Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday was Friday the 13th, and I don't know why I posted it on my community board, but something was off yesterday. I actually did try to do a recording and I had to delete it because I was like, okay, I wasn't looking my best. I also had like 3 hours of sleep the night before and woke up at 5 a.m. I was busy and I was just so tired. And then I uploaded the clip to see one little clip. I did my intro like I always do, and I said, let me hurry up and check to see what it looked like. So I was like, okay, I uploaded, y'all, and all I saw, I swear, I think it was quick because I didn't care. I was like, okay, I can help record a quick video. But then I couldn't talk. Like in the video, I kept messing up, like the most I've ever messed up. And I was like, okay, this is going to be too much cut. And I said, I don't have time for all of this. So then after I got done with the video, because it didn't take that long, but it was a case that I had on my thing, which I just added. I took it off because I was like, it's ongoing and they're still finding information, so I'm going to wait. And so when I'm editing all my clips, right? I go on there and all I see is like right here, it was like lip gloss, and I was like, okay, let me skip to the end of the whole video of me talking. Y'all, I never touched it, never removed it, didn't even see it. And I swear I can look in a camera and everything looked good right now, but it was just right there. And it was like I was putting on lip gloss earlier and I guess I like smudged it, but I was like, no, y'all ain't gonna talk about me. I can't upload this. So I deleted the whole thing. I was like, oh well. I said, I don't think I was in the mood to record yesterday. The aura of Friday the 13th, it was something off yesterday, and the energy everywhere around me. And then it was raining out here, y'all. It was just the weirdest day, even though I love a good horror day because, you know, we talk about crime, but we talk about the real crime, not the fictional stuff. But I was like, let me just sleep it off, relax, do my clothes, because you can go check that short out. I did showcase my Pretty Little Thing package I ordered, which I got some good stuff. Actually got this from there. This like a cute little sweatshirt. I love Pretty Little Thing, my favorite store. So yeah, we got crime to talk about today, guys. So we'll be talking about a woman who shot her boyfriend and chopped him up and dismembered him and threw his body parts around the county. And I believe country, but I would hope it's just the county. You know, I don't hope any of this, but it's just, it's so gruesome. Now, we have a woman, and they're in their 50s and 60s, and it's so weird. Is it weird to say, nope, I'm not going to say that, because I was going to say, is it weird that there's like, oh, you know, they're saying boyfriend, you know, they're not married, but no, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I feel like we live in a society where everybody act like you have to be married by the age of 50 and stuff, even though if I was with somebody, I would be married by then, but like by that time. But you don't have to, you know, it's up to you, that you really don't need to. But they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and something happened. Now, she's obviously the aggressor, and then she killed him. But she took like the next step. Like you dismembered a man, and she enlisted help, and I don't think the man helped, but she tried to get help with like cutting him up. And she got him cut up and just started throwing body parts outside. Y'all, we have a really gruesome case. A woman, it's like, I think that's the biggest heart, that this is a woman that did this. What? I don't know. So before I continue talking, we're just going to get into it so I can not make myself look stupid. Let's get into it. Also, let me go on and say my apologies for saying 50s and 60s. It's 40s and 50s, their ages, and there's nothing wrong with not being married by that time. There's nothing wrong. Let's get it out of our head that there's a stigma against single women in their 40s. There's nothing wrong with it. Now let's get into it. Woman shot boyfriend to death, chopped up body, and spread parts across 2 counties. And that's her and that's him. That is Michelina Goodwin. And that's James Narpoko. Y'all, these names. Okay, let's hurry up and say this. Can we normalize last names, like normal names? I know it's like family names, but come on, man. Like, come on. Okay. A Maryland judge sentenced a woman to 61 years in prison for murdering and dismembering her boyfriend, prosecutors say. Following an 8-day trial, St. Mary's County jury in March convicted 46-year-old, I'm going to just say Michelle Desire Goodwin of second-degree murder, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and the unauthorized disposal of a body in the death of James Vladimir. I guess that's like, why do they say another name at the top? Oh, no, that's his middle name. Okay. The judge imposed the maximum sentence possible according to state's attorney, Sterling. The defendant's heinous acts of shooting the victim in the back pales in comparison to the gruesome details following the murder. After killing the victim, the defendant dismembered him and scattered his remains throughout our county and a neighboring county, Stirring said in the statement. So in their thing, they say if you shoot somebody in the back, that means they're turned around or you're behind them, obviously. But that also shows that he was not the aggressor because, well, no, we're not gonna say that yet, because like, what if he just like he said something and then turned around and she caught him off guard? Obviously she caught him off guard. That's the only way I think she'd be able to do this. Mind you, there are strong women, but I feel like he looked a little bit bigger. Well, yeah, they look really like they're the same a little bit. I don't know, I can't tell by the face, but he was shot in the back, which means he was turned around. He was probably not knowing what was going on unless it was like an execution style, but he could have been walking away and she got him, or he could have just been turned around and she like just stood there and got him. Either way, he was shot in the back. That's crazy. It's it also shows you how some women, how dangerous some women are. You know, I don't know what happened in this case and what made her turn into that, because I'm also curious of why she didn't get first-degree murder. Why is this a second-degree murder case? She murdered him, dismembered him. What else is it? Firearms. Why, y'all? Because I know first degree is like the worst of the worst. So why is this not first degree? Once again, I gotta ask one of my sisters that, because, or I really could just look it up, but you know, they study the laws. They can dumb it down for me. I just don't understand why this would not be. I feel like I take it as they're saying it's not like the most, like the worst of the worst. She shot him in cold blood. Probably. Now, I will see why if this was like a domestic violence case. I don't condone death. I know y'all would be like, really, girl? Because of all the stuff you say on this channel. Look, I say if it's self-defense. If this was self-defense, it would make sense. But I also see it as if, let's say somebody break into your home, okay? You have every right to hurt that person. But they say there's a law or like a hidden rule where if somebody's in your home and they turn out and run away and you still shoot them, that you can go to jail and be charged for that, which I think is crazy, because it's like they're still on your property. I think that should not I feel like that shouldn't count unless they're like off your property, because I would still get them if that was me. You broke into my house, you gonna get got because I'm still looking directly at you. That's just me though. But I feel like if he was like in a domestic violence, let's say he was abusing her, and he was turned around, I feel like they would still say, well, his back was turned to you and he was not the active aggressor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of trying to say. His family reported him missing to the Maryland State Police on December 21st, 2022. Cops determined that he hadn't been seen or heard from in 10 days. Further investigation determines foul play was involved in his disappearance, police said. Troopers discovered body parts throughout St. Mary's County and nearby Charles County. Police arrested Goodwin for the murder. Larry Murphy, 42, was also arrested in mid-January 2023 for murder and accessory after the fact. According to a probable cause arrest affidavit obtained by Southern Maryland News, Goodwin told his family that she last saw him in early December 2022 when she was planning on breaking up with him before he took off for Virginia in a company vehicle. But she later told cops that she and him were having an argument where she pointed a gun at him, the affidavit reportedly said. It was off and it hit him in the back, killing him. She then reportedly enlisted Murphy's help to chop up his body and dispose of the parts. Murphy denied his involvement. He was eventually indicted for accessory after the fact and sentenced to 1 year in jail after a jury found him guilty of the charge last year, records show. How do you just get 1 year and like if he helped, okay? How do you just only get 1 year in prison? That's insane. How can you live with yourself? Now, let's talk about the crime itself. Let's talk about the woman behind this. Now, I always say this, y'all. Some anger is up in here now. Is it take another kind of level of anger to like chop somebody up? First of all, let's talk about that method, okay? Let's talk about the method of dismembering a human being with bone. Okay, let me tell you something. In anthropology, I did a lot of research, and that was the point of the class, was it's straight research and like anthropology. Okay, so tell me why. I think it was it was like the intro. No, it wasn't intro. I think it was like biological anthropology. I forgot which class it was. I think it was the intro because we learned about it all. But we was learning about like the bones, and I still got the book. I'm gonna have to tell y'all stuff about this book, okay? But it show you everything they found, okay? So tell me why. We're looking at the pictures, and we were talking about we were analyzing the bones in the pictures, and he was like the teacher, the professor was like, "What do you guys see?" And I was like, "Well, there's marks on the bones," and we was all agreeing that's what we see, and he was telling us that is marks from like cuts because they pinpointed those to like some of the spear points that they have, which could have been like some cannibalism, could have been, we don't know, because I always say, well, I don't always say off camera. I talked to my sister about this. I was like, there's people know not to eat humans because some people did it before. Also, people still do that now in like other countries, even in America, some serial killers. But other like tribes and stuff, they still eat humans. It still happens. But like it's not easy to like cut through bone. That's basically what I was trying to say. I just wanted to try to throw something else up in there, with my studies. But look, you have, like, what does she use? A chainsaw? A chop? Like, you can't use a knife? I don't know. Actually, you can. That's what's scary. You can use a knife to, this is, like, really dark, too, what I'm about to say. You can use a knife to, like, behead somebody. Now, that has to be a certain type of knife. And I just know that because I've seen a couple of cases in India. I don't look this stuff up, y'all. This stuff be on the news. And I was like, how do you do that with a knife? How is that possible? That is, like, bone. But, like, to chop somebody up and just like put their body parts in the bag after you see what you have done. Now, I don't understand that psychological part of that. Do you just go dark? Do you like your mind just go blank and is able to help you to continue? Because how are you able to just look at that? Like you're chopping somebody up and then you're like picking up pieces. When I tell y'all I would get sick, like I would think you would I'll be probably getting sick, vomiting all around, like everywhere. That's nasty. That is so nasty. Like I can imagine cutting somebody's head off and picking it up. Oh my God. Oh, that's really like a dark sight. I'm actually picturing his head, so I need to stop talking about this. But yeah, she's a sick lady, okay? And I know I always talk about safety for women on here, but men need safety. They need safety too, because you got some crazy women that they beat with. I wonder how they met. Now, there has to be a reason for this. There has to be. Like, you can't just do this out of nowhere. You can't. Like, serial killers who did it was always some mentally, not clicking up there. Maybe she's the same way. I wouldn't, there's just no reason to, like, dismember somebody. There's no reason. Domestic, I would say, self-defense, but not dismembering. Because they can't even have a closed casket. It's like they're gone. And then we need to also talk about how she threw his body parts in 2 counties. So people are going to stumble up on this. This is also why y'all curious people don't go looking into stuff. Because you don't want to find it. You don't open nothing. I think that's so scary too. I just can't imagine like walking by a bag and some telling me to open that bag. I'm be like, no. Some people be like, well, it could be money. Okay, let it be money, and you go call the cops. I'm so afraid. And it's actually crazy. I seen a case, which I was going to put on here, but I don't think I did. This girl who I think she killed her best friend, dismembered her, and she was finding like a suitcase or a plastic bag, and they had the picture of like the whole area across, like, with the crime scene tape, and you just see the cop car over here, and it's the picture. And you just see the plastic bag in the middle of like a big old square, because, they got to tape off the area. But you see the bag, like the garbage bag with her body parts in it. I was like, oh, and it ain't even a big bag. That's what's scary. I was like, she is chopped up. That is so scary. Whew. That is such like a insane way to like just And obviously, I think the shooting him in the back killed him. But just dismembering somebody, it's like right there. It's just so dark and it's so sadistic. So let's continue. My hope is that with the outcome of today's sentencing hearing, the victim's family can finally find peace, justice, healing, and closure after the horrifying homicide of the beloved family member, Sterling said. His obituary said he worked for several years as an HVAC technician. The last few years, Jimmy has worked odd jobs helping everyone around him and is remembered by many working at the St. Mary's Farmers Market. He never stopped working and trying to help others. Jimmy would deeply be missed by his family and all who knew him, the obituary said. Now, if you don't like somebody or if you have an argument with somebody, you know what's the best thing to do? Go outside, go drink some water, make you some tea and cozy up in your house and watch some cartoons. It's like, don't go this route no matter what. Just relax, especially if it's not self-defense, because I got a feeling, like I could be wrong now, I just got a feeling that he was not the aggressor in this relationship. You know, I feel like it was her. She even tried to get somebody to help her chop him up. So she really wanted this man gone. And if an argument caused this, it's like y'all weren't meant to be. And I think people need to start saying this more often. If y'all a couple and you're arguing like crazy, maybe it's not meant to be. Some people be like, well, you know what, you're living together, and I don't know if they live together, but it's a boyfriend, so I don't, you know, maybe not. They always, you know, you see music nowadays and they be talking about how toxic relationships are, how hot it is. I'm like, it's really not. It's really not. That toxic stuff ain't cute, because somebody always take it far. It was take it too far. And you got cases like this where y'all not married, and no matter if you are, it's like y'all arguing like this and it turns into like a death. That's insane. It's like y'all need help. So what do you guys think of this case? They only had so much information, but it obviously is showing her she's the killer, and she shot him in the back and then chopped his body parts up and threw him in 2 different counties. Insane for people to find. That's a sick lady, a sick person. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert, because y'all never know what'll happen. Do not check plastic bags y'all find. Don't check them. You don't know what's in them. It could be a dismembered head, and that's what you don't want that on your conscience. You don't want that haunting you, because I'm a scaredy cat. That will haunt me, okay? I'm such a scaredy cat. I can't do it. I would literally be crying forever thinking about that man if I found his body and I don't know him. That's so horrifying. So, namaste. Did I say that right? I'll let you guys go. Bye.